भेजे हैं और आई थिंक शामिक दा ने भी कोई फोटो भेजी है ना. Hello and welcome. You're watching 5 at 5. And yes. You're watching 5 at 5, and we obviously going to discuss about the RCB and the LSG game. Bharat Ramraj, you can see him in Bengaluru, and he'll give us all the details as far as what had happened yesterday. We asked him in yesterday's show also. He was there in the practice. He sent us all the pictures, and he bought a new phone also. With that new phone, the kind of pictures he was sending us, it was lovely to see. Otherwise we have to just zoom in into them and then see that what actually a player is doing. So brilliant pictures from Bharat sir. And we definitely talk about what Virat did yesterday, but today obviously there are two more updates, and that's related to Rohit Sharma and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So we're going to talk about that also. But Bharat, starting with you, are you near the Chinnaswamy Stadium? What's the atmosphere been like? Are the people, are the fans around RCB discussing about Virat Kohli? Will he play or not? There are a lot of things which has been already said by the media. We already, you in your report categorically written on Virat Kohli. In your videos you have said things on that, but you want to tell us about what he did yesterday. How was he looking? What was his pre-routine and post-routine look like? The 30-minute practice session you mentioned, but can you give us a detail about what Virat did yesterday? And are you still sure that he's going to play this game versus Lucknow?
Yeah, I'm just one road behind Chinnaswamy here. They're not exactly allowing you to stand on the footpath there. Police basically have become the Durandars in 2026 here in Bangalore, because if you stay there for 5 minutes, they're saying you just go away from here. So exactly one road behind Chinnaswamy. I'm in that level road. Anyway, returning to this, yes, Virat Kohli had a practice for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes yesterday. Yes, he had a small strap on his left leg, that is for sure. But I don't know what extent it affected him, because he was batting reasonably well. He was playing a lot of shots down the ground, cross-batted strokes in the practice session. The only thing he didn't do was come down the track against fast bowlers or sidearm throwers. That is something that you have to note, because at his best, Virat Kohli at his best, even if he's not at his best, one thing he always does is he tries to come down the track even in practice sessions. Yesterday, he was not trying to come down the track to pace bowlers or sidearm throwers. Maybe that is why. That is because he has a small niggle. That could be the reason. So, although I don't think it will be a case of him missing out of this match, he might still play as an impact sub, because if you practice for 40 minutes and if you can play a lot of shots, cross-batted strokes, and also down the ground, then you must be feeling reasonably good. That's just my thinking, because when it was asked in the press conference, obviously, just like anyone else, Mr. Rasik Salam said, "I honestly don't know. You have to ask the management." So that is a standard answer which came even from Jitesh Sharma. But going by what I saw, I think he's somewhere 90% fit. And just looking at how Virat Kohli's mindset has been over a period of time, I don't think he would want to miss one game, any of the games.
Sure. At this point of time, what I can tell you that Mumbai Indians have also started their practice. We have the picture also. If we can play that picture also. But there is no Rohit Sharma at this point of time. So if there's any update on Rohit Sharma, if he'll join later, anything which is related to his fitness test, if there's anything happens like that, we will definitely try to tell you that. But as far as Mumbai Indians' practice session is concerned, yes, they've started the practice, but it's not. There's no Rohit Sharma here. There's a super chat, Bharat sir, Pant practice updates and English
Practice
arrival.
updates.
We'll definitely ask him about that also. But let's yeah. Yes, Bharat sir.
No, practice updates, I just said. So, team arrival, I think I was asking about team, right?
Josh English.
It was
Huh?
Josh English plus Rishabh Pant. Updates on Rishabh Pant and Josh English.
Rishabh Pant yesterday, he practiced for a few minutes. Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, he practiced alongside Nicholas Puran. not too sure he was looking in the best of touches. I don't think even Nicholas Puran was looking in best of touches. Lot of what can I say, leading edges were coming when he was trying to hit down the ground. Maybe he's still feeling his way back to his best. Interesting to see how he goes if RCB still pick one of their tall pace bowlers, because yesterday too Jacob Duffy for some reason was not here. I don't think it's because of an injury concern, but neither Duffy nor Hazelwood came for this practice session, but I still expect Duffy to play. Interesting to see how he goes against Duffy. Same with Rishabh Pant. I don't think he was looking in very good touch. Hopefully, today he will come good because obviously a lot of scrutiny on him. I didn't see English. If it is about English, I didn't really see him in practice session. I saw a lot of what can I say? Digvesh Rathi bowled a long spell. Mohsin Khan bowled for a few couple of overs, not long spell, but he bowled for about maybe 2-3 overs. And Tom Moody also basically said that both Mohsin Khan and Mayank Yadav are very much available to play. It just comes down to whether Mayank Yadav is what can I say, match fit to play in this game. That's what I can say about LSC's updates. I saw Pant; he was struggling a little bit, and Nicholas Puran as well. I think he was struggling with some leading edges when he was trying to play down the ground.
Okay, Shubhanda, when it comes to Rohit Sharma, I think as I said just now that Shamikda also mentioned that he's not there in the practice session as of now. But there's a press conference also, if I'm not wrong, at 5:30, and there must be question asked about Rohit Sharma's fitness update. Is there anything in last 24 hours, because we have discussed in the previous 5 at 5 show that there is a possibility that Rohit could miss out on certain games. We at this point of time don't know the nature of his injury, how many games he has to miss. Is there any games where is there anything related to fitness update? So is there anything which, as far as updates are concerned, happened in last 24 hours also?
See, I don't want to speculate, but I'll be surprised if Rohit is there at the practice session with hamstring injury at his age. I am not expecting him to actively participate in the practice sessions. I'll be surprised if he plays the next game as well. We were discussing it on our Hindi live as well yesterday that right now Rohit would not take any he won't push his body extra just for a couple of IPL games, because his longer mission is to play the 27 ODI World Cup. And by chance, if he aggravates his injury, he might go out of the IPL. So IPL. I mean, we are in the middle of April. 4-5 weeks of injury, then it's a done case for Rohit Sharma and his IPL this season. So I'm not expecting Rohit to push his body. If it's a hamstring pull, maybe 10 days, 14 days is a minimum. If it's just a tight hamstring, then I expect him to come back after a couple of matches. But if it is a minor hamstring pull, uh, then I mean 2 weeks is the bare minimum. 2 to 3 weeks is the bare minimum, which an athlete takes to get completely fit. Batting as an impact player also includes running between the wicket. Your hamstring is the base of your leg, so it will take a lot of power. It takes out a lot of power. It takes a lot of effort, the hamstring. So for in that regard, I am not seeing a Rohit Sharma push his body, and I'll be very very surprised if he turns up at the practice session today. So I'm not surprised that he's not here as of now, and I am pretty sure that he won't be there in this practice session at least. And let's wait what Mumbai Indians camp has to say. If a junior player or someone comes for the press conference, then what Rasik Salam gave that answer about Virat Kohli, the same answer will come from that
Maybe the
side as well.
another shortest press conference on the cards.
3 minutes. It was just 3 minutes. Just three
3 minutes.
minutes press conference. Even
Yeah.
when a question was asked about how it was to move over from Jammu and Kashmir to another state, yeah, or another team, he basically said that I was working hard then, I am still working hard. That's all. Finish. 3 minutes.
So maybe with certain players it don't go that way, that they are really good communicators also. It depends on certain players. They choose, some players choose to answer less, some players wants to get into the detailed answer things. Everyone can't be a Ravichandran Ashwin when it comes down to answering a particular question and making journalists satisfied. Or maybe if he's not agreeing with you also, then also his answers have certain points. I'm not saying that other players not speak well, but yeah, there are very certain players, मतलब जिनकी press conference के लिए you look forward to. Yeah, it's a Virat Kohli coming into the press conference, or maybe a Rohit Sharma. But now it's years when you last see Virat Kohli in a press conference. Maybe that Dubai press conference was his last press conference. I'm not remembering anything after that. But coming to as Shubhanda rightly said, it depends on the grade level of the injuries also sometimes. If it's near to the grade 1, then maybe sometimes 12 days, 15 days. If it's above than that, maybe 24, 25 days, or maybe 28 days, means almost 4 weeks. So it could be possible, when you came to know about the injury, when you know about the grade level or maybe the tier level of the injury, then also you can tell about that, how much time it will take. Because a muscle tear, you can't tell the exact date. So I think that's one thing which one has to see. But Weber, when it comes down to MS Dhoni, what's the updates there? Because we have seen official X post from Rev Sports, and that was about that. There has to be a final call to be taken tomorrow morning, and MS Dhoni is on his way to recovery. But what's going on with Mahendra Singh Dhoni as far as his availability for the Sunrisers Hyderabad game? Is there a concern still there that will he take part or not? It depends on the traveling also, because what I can tell you is that he never went to any other venue, be it playing against Rajasthan Royals in Guwahati or playing against this Chennai Royal Challengers Bangalore in Bengaluru. He didn't visit Bengaluru. He didn't went to Guwahati. So if he didn't travel with the team, it means there's no Mahendra Singh Dhoni as far as the game against Sunrisers Hyderabad is concerned. And then I think we have to wait for that CSK Mumbai game, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, see, there will be a call taken, but we will have to wait till tomorrow morning. That is the update that we provided on our X platform as well. That it will be a last minute call that will be taken by MS whether he will travel with the team or not to Hyderabad. So far, he hasn't traveled for any away games, whether it was Guwahati or Bengaluru. So it is a complete MS call that he will take. As of now, what I know is he is yet to inform to the team management as well, to the team manager as well, whether he will travel or not. So it's completely MS's decision, and right as of now, he hasn't communicated anything to the team as well. So again, last minute thing, just like he does his last minute finishes, last over finishes. It's similar to that situation only, but. I means why there are a lot of talk why he's if he's like, well, there are people who have seen him batting in the nets. Broadcasters have played the footages that MS smashing balls, but he's been doing since like what ever since the second game, I think, after the RCB game only. He's been practicing. There is no problem with MS smashing. He's smashing them all over the park. That's right. But the problem with MS is you have to understand it. It is the calf strain. The calf strain that ruled him out for 2 weeks, and he's still recovering. And the age, he's 44. So CSK are cautious with him. Even MS is cautious about himself, that if in case, just in case, if he plays the next game, and he has to keep. If he's coming back, he will take the wickets. He will keep the wickets. If that injury aggravates, if it exaggerates, then it becomes a problem. At 44, then if MS is having an injury which aggravates, and then for him to recover from that will take another 2 weeks, then your tournament is already done. Then by then the CSK's fate will be decided. So that's why they are being cautious with MS. They are not taking any. They are not fast tracking him to play any match. And MS also understand that at 44 his recovery, and especially it is a calf, so running between the wickets, keeping wickets will be tough for him. So as long as he's not sure that he's completely fit to keep wickets and to bat few balls if necessary, he will not take chance. Yes, and without him playing as well, you have got two results, back to back wins. So it's not really necessary to bring back MS as of now. It's very urgent. So in case if it's not required, against Sunrisers have not been the most consistent units in this team in this tournament so far. So if MS thinks that he's still not there when it comes to 100% match fitness, I don't think he will travel tomorrow.
Bharat, what about the updates on Josh Hazelwood and Jacob Duffy? You pointed out on that in your very first answer that you are not thinking that they will be available, I think, as far as this game is concerned. But first, what do you think? Why is it just because the travel, the scheduling of the RCB games? Because they were there in Mumbai, and then obviously just a 2 days break, and then you know that bowlers, specifically bowlers, take a lot of time as far as recoveries are concerned. Josh Hazelwood already coming from an injury. You never have 100% idea about his body. And then you have a Jacob Duffy, played, I think, the first 3 games. And apart from that, just missed that one game where Hazelwood came in. And after that, the kind of performance, he had. Are you still going, as far as changes are concerned, are you still going with maybe a Abhinandan Singh or a Rasikdar Salam? Or are you now willing to try Mangesh? Are you willing to try the Mangesh Yadav factor also? Do you still seeing any kind of changes in RCB unit?
Jacob Duffy, I think he has to play. If Josh Hazelwood is not playing today, then he has to play, because the kind of conditions that you see at the Chinnaswamy, there is bounce on offer. They need one tall fast bowler. LSG would likely pick one tall fast bowler as well. I don't know whether it's Mohsin Khan or Mayank Yadav, but both are fit. Hazelwood is not here in the practice session. Most likely, whatever I've heard as well, a little bit, whatever I've heard, they're looking at workload management. I heard that he didn't really travel. He didn't travel to one of the places that is, I think, Guwahati. Hazelwood didn't travel there. He was in Bangalore. And what I've heard is, obviously, they're looking at workload management in the sense that he is about 35, 36. Achilles tendon injury at the age of 35, 36, even if it's a low-grade injury, it's pretty much a serious injury for a fast bowler. Even a lot of batters have struggled with Achilles tendon injury. We have seen that with someone like Kevin Peterson struggling at a younger age. So I think they are taking Australian Cricket Board, obviously Cricket Australia, are very cautious on it. They're going to play some 15 odd tests or whatever in the next 20 months. And and also it includes a World Cup, 50-over World Cup, Ashes series in England. It's not in Australia. There obviously different conditions.
Also.
Huh?
A Border Gavaskar Trophy in India also.
Yeah. Obviously, Aussies, first of all, even now they think about only one thing. Yeah, anyway, obviously, Border Gavaskar Trophy, lot of test series coming up. So considering all that, I think with the 3 veteran fast bowlers, they're very, very, very careful. That's what I would say. And same thing, I think it is similar with Hazelwood. Maybe there's a 50-50 chance of him still playing today because he's been rested for about how many days now? 4 or 5 days after that game against Rajasthan Royals. Actually, I wanted to mention Mumbai Indians. I think he didn't travel for that particular game. That's what I wanted to say. A little bit of brain fade. But yes, he just had a bit of brain fade. That's what I heard. One of the games he didn't travel. He was here in Bangalore. So yeah, Hazelwood, I think he's not going to play back-to-back matches. That's I'm pretty sure, at least as of now. So I would say there's about 50% chance of him playing today. But yesterday he was not there. Jacob Duffy was not there. The one who actually bowled a long spell was actually Mangesh Yadav. He bowled a very long spell yesterday. I don't know what kind of an indicator it is. Because
that means no Mangesh Yadav.
Rasik was asked about his cramps, and he was not whatever problems he suffered. He was not 100% sure as well whether he will himself play, because he said, "I will see how I go in the practice session, how I go just before the game when they will practice for about 30-40 minutes." That's what he basically indicated. So Mangesh Yadav still might have a small chance, but I think Rasik will play. And between Jacob Duffy and Hazelwood, one will certainly play. You will still keep an option for Hazelwood because he didn't travel, I think, to Mumbai, considering that he might play this game because it's not now back-to-back games.
Anything on weather, Bharat? Anything on weather? Is it okay? All 40 overs expected?
Weather, it is pretty much hot here in Bangalore. Actually, Bangaloreans are hoping for rain. Royal Challengers Bangalore fans won't be
Not
hoping
today.
for rain. So,
Not today.
huh?
Not
Not
today.
tonight.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
not
That's
tonight.
what I'm saying. Bangaloreans are hoping for rain. Royal Challengers Bangalore fans are not hoping for rain. So maybe the best way to look at is maybe hopefully it will rain somewhere in the morning and then in the night it won't rain. So both
Or maybe
both
later
both
tonight.
sections for the society will be happy.
Or maybe later tonight after when RCB win the game. Maybe who knows? But Shubhanda, coming to this particular game, Lucknow Super Giants, do you see any kind of changes there? Means there is a strong possibility of having. Sorry for that. There's a strong possibility of having either Mohsin Khan or someone like a Mayank Yadav. Obviously, Mohsin will come up with that left arm bowling option. Also, Mayank Yadav. Who do you replace? The big question is Mohammad Shami looking really good, Prince Yadav looking really good. Will they cut off a spin option? Maybe no two ways as far as Manimaran Siddharth and Digvish Rathi. Digvish, I don't know. I don't think that they will pick Digvish out of the team. But I think apart from that, there's no particular option. You want a Nicholas Puran also in the team. You want a Mitch Marsh to play a handy innings. Makram already played one. Rishabh Pant already played one half century for Ayush Badoni. Mukul Chaudhary, we all know what he did. But yeah, there are others also. Abdul Samad is also there. So according to you, any changes in that LSG squad or anything you want to add? What Bharat said as far as RCB is concerned.
Oh, if Mohsin Khan is fit, I would love to play him. I would love to see him more than Mayank Yadav. I would say Mohsin Khan is someone who has just been unfortunate due to injuries. Otherwise, he's someone who can play for India. That's what we have seen since his emergence season in IPL as well. Very good, very intelligent bowler. So if he's fit, if he's good to go, then I would play him possibly in place of Manimaran Siddharth. Yes, that will take one of your spin bowlers away. But Mohsin Khan is good enough. He's a restrictive bowler. He's a wicket taking bowler. His economy rate is crazily good in IPL. So I'm pretty sure if a Manimaran Siddharth is not playing, a left arm spinner is not playing, Mohsin Khan is well capable of coming in and picking up wickets and be economical at the same time. Plus, the best advantage is he can bowl in different phases. He's just not your power play over or your death over specialist. He can bowl in the middle over phase as well. So you can use him anywhere you want. So if Mohsin is fit to go, then I'm pretty sure LSG will not hold him back. Mohammad Shami, if you remember, he had a bit of cramp in the last Lucknow Super Giants game. I think possibly during his second over. So maybe if they want to, not take any further risk with Mohammad Shami because he has been bowling like a dream. Very good form, picking wickets, especially with the new ball. He has been very, very good. One of the best bowlers in this IPL. So if they don't want to take any further risk with Mohammad Shami, just take it easy for one game, rest him up, and bring him fresh in the next game. That could also be a possibility if you want to bring in Mohsin Khan or even a Mayank Yadav for that matter. So LSG, the best part is they have very good options. Squad depth is really good when it comes to bowling department. So they are well packed in that region. Batting wise, I am not seeing any changes to be honest. I just want to see Abdul Samad score some runs for Lucknow now.
Just
Anything on
at a
RCB?
point, or just a small point to it. It's also based on the kind of conditions that you are seeing here at the Chinnaswamy. I think Andy Flower is very much always stresses upon, I think, a little more bounce here at the Chinnaswamy. And
Yes.
considering that, I think Lucknow Super Giants need one of their tall fast bowlers to play because, with great respect to Avesh Khan, is not providing that kind of, what can I say, effect right through his spells. That kind of heavy ball that you want from your tall fast bowler. I don't think he's providing that. So, considering that, I think they need either Mohsin Khan or fully fit Mayank Yadav, not that 70%, 80% levels that we have seen over the last 2 years here at the Chennai Swami Stadium.
Avesh's pace has also gone down. He's now a mid 130 kph bowler. No more your 150 who's used to match Rabada and Nokia's pace in the league.
That was vintage Avesh Khan. Means that was vintage Avesh Khan, and his pace was only good when he was standing in the non-striker end when someone is about to finish the game. So his pace is really good at that point of time. But yeah, means RCB versus LSG. I remember that Mayank Yadav factor because we all discussing about that. The kind of start he had in Chinnaswamy Stadium. I remember him bouncing out and then, very late, maybe Glenn Maxwell, when he bowled that, short of a length delivery to Glenn Maxwell, and Glenn Maxwell was able to, yeah. So Glenn Maxwell was not able to time that ball properly. It just went up and maybe a cotton bowled, if I'm not wrong. And then everyone was talking about that. How can he beat, Australian with that bounce? So yeah, everybody was. I think it was 3-4 for him on that very game. He picked up 3 wickets, and suddenly the world was talking about Mayank Yadav. But Weber, anything you have heard from Bharat sir? Also, you have heard from Shubhanda also. Anything as far as the LSG or the RCB game, you want to see anything different? Because obviously, if RCB gonna lose this one, then it will be 5 matches and obviously only 2 wins, if I'm not wrong. Only 2 wins for RCB. Three wins for RCB, and then LSG. If they win, they only have, I think, 2 wins. They will come to with 3 Ws in their points tally. So RCB with 3 wins, it's looking good at this point of time. But suddenly you lose one, the points table will not make you feel good as a RCB fan. On the other hand, if Lucknow loses this one, I think there will be a lot of pressure now in the upcoming games for them. So maybe RCB is little ahead at this point of time when you see the balance of the team, the kind of players in form. Rajat Patidar, I really want you to put a special focus on Rajat Patidar, because I think this is the season where he is coming off that point also, that I'm not only good against spinners, I'm good against pacers also. A 200 plus strike rate, be it with spinner, be it with pacer, and the kind of batting he's doing, he's promoting himself. The kind of confidence he's having in him is close to none, means second to none.
Yes, last year Rajat Patidar was given the captaincy, and that was because he took Madhya Pradesh to the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy final, where obviously Mumbai won. But Mo Bovat said that we clearly wanted to see Rajat Patidar how he responds to the captaincy challenge. But as a batter, the emergence of Rajat Patidar, I think it was there last year as well. We were talking about how his game against pace has improved, and even after last match, he said against MI that. Although people talk about my game versus spin, that how good a player I am against spin, but if you ask me, I like to face fast bowlers. I love facing fast bowling. That's what he said. So if he has a likeliness against a particular set of bowlers, then that's an issue, and that's where there will be a challenge for the LSG bowlers, and that's why we are talking about bringing in a Mohsin Khan, because Mohsin Khan is a difference maker. Whenever he has turned up for LSG, he has made a difference with his bowling, whether it's with the new ball, whether it's with the old ball. It's very unfortunate. There are 2 bowlers that I like a lot, both left armers, Khalil Ahmed and Mohsin Khan. Both their careers have been marred by injuries. But Mohsin Khan, just because he has a tall, strong build and can generate a lot of pace, and he is very deceptively quick. He runs in very smooth, and when he lands the ball, then the batters, they don't seem to get the idea that it will come at this quick pace. That's why I'm saying that he's very deceptively quick. And even if I have to pick somebody ahead of Mayank Yadav, it has to be Mohsin Khan. And I would say that bring Mohsin Khan in place of Avesh Khan, not Siddharth, because Siddharth has given you control. Siddharth looks good, and RCB are playing 2 spinners at Chinnaswamy. So Chinnaswamy wicket, you can afford to place 2 spinners.
Picked Virat's wicket also.
Exactly, he has picked Virat's wicket as well. So I will say that play Digvesh and Siddharth both, and you have to drop the weak link. That the weak link of this current LSG bowling attack is definitely Avesh Khan. So bring in a Mohsin Khan, add more variety, and obviously there are a lot of right-handers in RCB. So Mohsin Khan left arm angle will obviously help. LSG's power play bowling has been best. Prince Yadav has been among the top wicket takers in power play this season. We have talked about Mohammad Shami. So I think power play overs will be crucial. If Phil Salt and Virat Kohli again get off to a good start, then it's a match done there and there only. I don't see, because RCB has that bowling that they can dismantle the top order of LSG, but cannot be said about LSG bowling against RCB, because RCB's batting lineup currently is in form. We were talking about Phil Salt's form before the MI game. Now he's also in great touch. So I think it's a hands down red hot favorites will be RCB for this particular game. LSG will have to fight out of their skin. All their players will have to fight out of their skin just to beat. And we have to see how Nicholas Puran turns up, because he has won one game in Bengaluru for LSG. I think Marcus Stoinis was also there, if I'm not wrong, in that game. That partnership between Stoinis and Nicholas Puran. And Tom Moody has said in the press conference that they are expecting Nicholas Puran to come good. But like how Bharat sir has described his practice sessions, I don't think it will be his night tonight as well.
Interestingly, the record of Lucknow Super Giants is really good as far as playing against Royal Challengers Bangalore is concerned. Bharat, one last thing which I want to ask you is, you know, you when you wrote that copy around Tim David, that how good is Tim David at this point of time is looking. He's improved the game a lot as far as his six. We all know the six hitting capabilities, but the way he's improved his game against spinners, it was there. It's pretty evident now. When he's coming to bat. Is there anything you saw in Rajat Patidar also? The way he's looking very confident this time around. I don't know exactly what Webber said, that he is a RCB captain. Obviously, last year he too had a brilliant season as a captain, but not many talked about the batting part of Rajat Patidar. Now everyone is talking about the confidence, the role he can fill in as far as the middle order batter in Indian team. Also, is the only batter in middle order having a 200 plus strike rate. Do you think anything around that? Is anything special he was doing in the preseason practice or in between, any communications, be it with Virat, Andy Fla, Mo Bobat, Dinesh Karthik?
I think he's just a very instinctive player. When it goes well for him, he's really, really good. I think that's what I would say about Patidar. I think it's a myth that he can't play fast bowling, because even in 2010s, when he first came on the scene, when everyone started talking about him, at least in the domestic circuit, it was because he took on Mohammad Shami and Ashok Dinda and Mukesh Kumar in a couple of matches and tore that Bengal pace attack apart. So anyone who can do that, at least at the domestic level, he must be reasonably good. Actually, he was struggling in domestic cricket. If you look at his scores across three formats, he was kind of struggling over 10, 12 matches. In a couple of practice games, actually, he played here in simulation games. In both those games, he was caught somewhere at long on, long off, trying to hit it. He was not in good form, even in the couple of practice games before RCB's opening fixture against SRH. So I think it's just a very instinctive kind of player. If he suddenly feels that he's in good form, then he will suddenly score a slew of boundaries, and suddenly he would be like 30 of 15, 10 balls. That's what exactly happened is Mumbai Indians. I sometimes compare him with the former Australian captain, Tim Hughes, a kind of very similar player. He could go through a very bad patch where he would get some 7, 8 low scores, and suddenly, for example, in some 81 test match against West Indies, a great base attack, he scored 100 out of nowhere in the Boxing Day test. I think Patidar is a very similar kind of player. He could go through a run of low scores, and just like that, if a couple of boundaries come out the sweet spot of the bat, you will see Patidar playing in a different fashion. So I don't think he's done anything different. He still goes for those instinctive hook shots, sometimes against fast bowling, especially against tall fast bowlers. It has put him in a spot of bother, and not that he's bad against fast bowling, just that is such an instinctive puller and hooker. Sometimes it has put him in some kind of a spot of bother. But otherwise, I think he's a good player of pace. Just that I think he's a very, very instinctive batsman, which perhaps went against him in Test cricket as well. Hopefully, that kind of instinctiveness will help Patidar to score more runs in this particular IPL.
So yeah, that's it as far as this particular 5 at 5 is concerned. I was waiting that if there's any update from that press conference, the Mumbai Indians press conference. But definitely Shamikda is part of that press conference, and we will share, whatever come out from that press conference as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned. If there's any updates around all of these players, Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni, and others, we'll definitely share with you. Interestingly, yes, that's the same thing I want to add, that Will Jacks is also a part which we really want to update on. If Mumbai is moving away from Will Jacks, is there a replacement for Will Jacks? They are looking forward to. What's the communication? Because nobody knows at this point of time where Will Jacks is. Almost half of the league games are, we are about to go, beat on that place where almost Mumbai Indians is going to play their 6th game, and we still don't know where Will Jacks is at this point of time. No communications, no updates. So yeah, definitely need to know about Will Jacks also. So we'll try to give you all the updates. For that, you need to subscribe to the platform. You need to hit that notification bell. Do let us know what you think, and stay tuned, because you'll have all the breaking news and the preview and the post-match analysis with our team. Thank you so much for watching this 5 at 5.